Yep, that's Stihl 044 behind me that I'm currently working on trying to restore. Part of the fun and part of the frustrations of doing a restoration project is not being able to find parts, not being able to find diagrams, and trying to figure out which version of the unit that you have. With this particular rebuild, I got the top end switched out and now I'm onto the carburetor because it's having running issues. I can buy the kits to repair stuff in the carburetor, but the problem is inside the carburetor and it's not kit related. So naturally you'd think, go ahead and buy a carburetor, except this particular saw, they don't make the carburetor anymore. This saw had an original Zama carburetor and it has a flat top cover. The carburetors that are available are Walbro covers and they do not have the flat top. So you might think you can switch the parts out. Well, from a Zama carburetor to a Walbro, the parts are not interchangeable, so you can't do that. Here's a look at the parts diagram for the Walbro carburetor. So I'm going to have to buy a Walbro carburetor to replace the Zama carburetor, but I'm going to have to modify the Walbro carburetor to match up to what the Zama carburetor was. Except this particular Walbro carburetor, they don't make the right plate cover, so I have to go to another carburetor and steal it from there so it matches up. Because the top cover of the Zama carburetor won't fit on the Walbro. So if you're tackling a repair project on an older saw, just know that you're going to have some time to find the right parts for it, and sometimes you're going to have to modify stuff and use different parts, whatever's available, to be able to put the saw back together. And of course, all this takes time. This saw has been on my bench for about 3 weeks now because I've had to order parts, put stuff together, find out stuff's not right, go and order new parts, bring those parts in, fix that, move on to the next thing. Now I got everything done all the way to the carburetor. So once we have the carburetor issue addressed, we'll have the saw ready and back out in the field. And that is part of the fun working on these older saws, being able to navigate through all the parts that you need, the parts that you can't find, and figuring out what's going to work. And eBay is your friend.